Hi. The class is for the first chapter, the computers, storage and memory. All of you know that a computer is an electronic device. See that after comes computer, after invention of the computer, it's totally changed your human life. You can go everywhere, anywhere, you can find anyone on computer. Because computer is because of one of your family members. So it changed tremendous because the computer has huge memory and high speed, the accuracy. There's a different come from human. Now we are going to see about the data processing result. What do you mean the data? I can take the small example from your book B. When we wanted to stitch any cloth, we need to go tailor shop. The tailor man, before stitching the cloth, is called as unstitched cloth. In unstitched cloth is called as data. Unstitched is called as data. Otherwise, unstitched cloth, you can say that other name, raw materials. Raw materials, it didn't do anything. Okay. Now the tailor stitching it and saving it and embroidering the cloth. This process called as processing. This task called as processing. In tailor, before using the cloth, the unstitched cloth, this called as data. The tailor using the cloth to stitch and saving the machine, so saving the cloth. That is called as process. And after stitching the cloth, it becomes a fine dress for us. It makes a fit for us. That is result. One more example. When we want to withdraw money, from ATM, we need to stand in front of the ATM machine. And before do any process, we need to insert your ATM card. The insert data. After inserting, the machine will ask you to prompt you to enter the PIN number and the figure of amount. Once you enter it, the ATM machine will do some process. That is called as processing. And after withdraw money you take from the machine, that is called as result or information. Get it? Now we are going to talk about the fundamental of computers. Actually, basically the computer is the mathematics calculator device. Okay, here the input-output device operation. The fundamental task of the computer is the data, receiving the data and instruction, and give meaningful result. The manipulate data with the help of instruction, give it to your system. That is a process. Once you process done, we get processed file, that is called as result. The second is mathematics operation. The computer can able to perform any mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. We can take example here. A is a one number, B is a one number. A is a 3, B is a 2. What is the sum of the number? A is a 3, B is a 2. What is the sum of the number? 3 plus 2, 5. The 5 is a result. The A plus B, that is a processing. The A and B, that is the input. Means what? Data. And now on another subtraction. Take any one number. 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2. 3 is a A, 2 is a B. And what is the answer? 1. The 1 is a result, that is otherwise information. 3 minus 2, that is a process. And the number 3 and number 2, that is a data. And same multiplication. Take any number, A multiply B. The form of A, the place of A, write 3 and B is a 2. 3 multiply 2, 6. The 6 is the answer, that is a result. The 3 multiply 6, that is a process. And the number 3 and 2, that is data. Okay, next number, division. 10 by 5. A is a 10, B is a 5. 10 by 5 is equal to 2. All of you know that. The 2 is a result, 10 by 5. The division, doing division, that is a process. The number 10 and 5, that is a data. Now we are going to next topic, third point, the logical operation. When the two objects compared in mathematics, it giving the meaningful result. Its output comes the form of true and false. For example, I want to ask one question from you. 10 or 5, which number is a big one? almost 10 is a bigger one. If you're writing is a here 10, 5 here 2 here, which is the big number? The 5 is a bigger one. In case I am writing here, if I mention here 2 is a bigger one, the statement begins the false. If you mention here the 5 is greater than 2, so the statement is we have what statement is there? True. Not understand? When you compare two things, if the statements are true, you have to write the true. The statements are wrong, that is gives a wrong statement. That is false statement. And next we are going to talk about computer storage. The computer storage is one, as we know that computer is an electronic device. It stores the data. Whenever you enter the numbers, letters, and any function, anything you do, the help of the keyboard is storing in your computer the form of binary. Actually, the computer convert the number, character, letters into the binary language which computer can understand. So binary, it consists of 0 and 1. 0, 1 means that is a binary code. That topic we will discuss later. Actually, computer doesn't know our language. Computer know only the machine language. The processor will convert our human language to machine language. The computer memory. The memory is a unit of the computer. It stores the data and instruction. The data and instruction they given to computer using by the input device, and is storing the memory. Data and instruction is storing the memory before start the process. Actually, this memory provides a space to storing the data and instruction and intermediate the result output, and result means what? Output. And the memory is going to divide the two categories, the internal memory and external memory. The internal memory, it is the main memory of your system computer. It can be accessed directly by the processor. It has fast storage and the smaller than other storage in respect to the other external storage device. Is another name main memory and primary memory. Actually, basically, we are going to divide the two categories in internal memory. We are going to divide into two categories in internal memory. First one is the random access memory. Second is a read-only memory. Which means RAM and ROM. The first topic is RAM. The random access memory is a very small storage unit in computer. Is placed on attached with the help of the slot inside of the motherboard. Actually, the random access memory, it keeps the memory of the programmer's application data. Which are the data programmer's application is storing temporarily and the RAM that can be reached very fast by the processor. It means the random access memory, it can be accessed quickly at any moment. That's why the random access memory, the RAM is important to increase the performance of the computer. As we know that random memory is very smaller than other storage devices. When we want to extend the RAM memory, if you want to extend memory, this will make your computer much faster and increase the capacity of the ability to the external hard disk. For example, if we have more memory, RAM memory, it will accelerate to the external hard disk, external memory device to storing the data and quickly, and as well as other performance also. You are the people know that when we play the games, if we have the less memory of the RAM, there will be some lacking. It means what? We cannot continue playing the games. And when we play the games, there is a level is there. First level, second level, third level. I talk about the offline games because playing the online games, storing the data in server only. But the RAM is what? When you finish the third level, it's storing that temporarily in computer only. That is supporting your memory, supporting your computer to the very fast and keeps some programs memory also. And one more thing, the random access memory, as we know that it keeps the memory as for temporary only. Why it's called temporary? Why it keeps the memory as temporarily? Because once you switch on your turns off your computer, the memory will be deleted for permanently. That's why it's called as volatile memory. Random access memory. Next point here, read only memory means what? ROM. Read only memory is that whatever storing the information and read only memory, we can read it, but we cannot delete it. And it directly is connected with the CPU. The CPU at any time you can take information data from the ROM quickly because of the structure of the ROM. The ROM designed to connect with the processor. Actually, what is a ROM? It's a simple example. When you switch on the computer, just to press the keyboard button, delete button, you will get the BIOS screen. BIOS means what? Basic input output system. Some other system may be different, depends on the manufacturing. You need to press F10 and F12 key. You don't understand this one, skip it here. And the external memory. External memory is available outside of the CPU, actually known as the auxiliary memory. It is known as secondary memory and secondary storage. We can store the data, documents, any file in external memory for your future use. The documents and photos, everything stored in your computer, you can use anytime and many times as you want. And you can use this external memory for transferring data from one computer to another computer. That is the use of external memory. Different type of memory, external memory storage is going to list here: hard disk, external hard disk, and CD, DVD, and SD card, then thumb drive. The most important external storage memory device. Why it is called as is the most important external memory storage? Because it's a reliable storage. And whenever you want to be installing any operating system, any program, you installing in the hard disk only. So that's why it's become it's the most important for us. And in internal hard disk, the memory capacity range from the 500 GB to and TB. You are the people know about it. What is a GB? What is a TB? And in the disk, the hard disk runs the help of the hard drive, which is the inbuilt one. Actually, the hard disk runs the help of the hard drive. It is the inbuilt one, and the data is recording on the hard disk through by the read-write head. It look like a record player. It look like a record player. Okay, the information, the instruction, memory, is all things the storing in the hard disk, the surface of the hard disk, the form of digital. The data, audio, video, photos, image, anything is storing the data on the surface of hard disk, the form of digital. Digital means what? We know that the binary like 0 and 1, that is called a digital. The same thing, the retrieve information from the hard disk to CPU for further processing. The hard disk data, which are the data is stored in the hard disk, easily can be carried one computer to another computer with help of the external storage device like CD, DVD, otherwise external hard disk. External hard disk is one of the most important for us because it is called as portable external storage device. We can save the data, photos, audio, documents, anything you can save on the external hard disk, and you can access at any time here. In the external hard disk, they connected with your computer. The use of the high-speed interface cable, which means what? USB cable, like the plug and plug cable. Because one end connected with the external hard disk and other end connected with the computer, we can receive the data also. We can send the data with the help of the USB cable. And now here we talk about the floppy drive. Floppy drive is one of the external storage device. It was most popular during when it was launching. When it was launching, it was most popular, but it's only was a disadvantage the memory capacity. See, you can save any file up to below the 1.44 MB. Because of lack of the memory storage capacity, it became the outdated. And one more thing, after come the CD technology, it became people started to use the floppy drive. using the floppy drive, you must have floppy drive reader in your computer. But modern computer does not have the floppy drive on their system, because the people who has still they are people using the old computer. That computer only has this facility, read the floppy drive. And CD, the CD is the full form is the compact text. As actually the CD's maximum capacity is 700 MB and 120 millimeter. It means the dimension. And let's talk bit at the CD is it was the one of the most popular, because it's one of the external storage device also. We can save the data and documents as well as software, photos, anything you can save on the CD. Actually CD, there are two type of the CDs there, CDR and CDRW. CDR means is only one time allowed to record the file. Once you record the file, after that it did not allow the record the file on the CD. That CDR type of the CD will not allow once you record it. But CDRW means we can delete also, we can store again and again. But once condition is that the file should be below the 700 MB. Next one, DVD. The DVD is a digital vessel disc. Actually, the 1995 the DVD is introduced by the Sony, the Panasonic company, and the Toshiba company, and some other company. They introduced the technology of DVD. The DVD is capacity up to 4.7 GB. The DVD it became most popular because of the comparing the CD. It has huge memory. For example, the CD is maximum capacity 700 MB, DVD is a 4.7 GB. There are type of DVDs available in the market here. But if you one more thing, if you want to use the CD drive, DVD, if you want to use the DVD, if you want to read the DVD data, you must get DVD player. We don't have the DVD player, we cannot read the CD data also, as well as DVD data also. Okay, next one, thumb drive. The thumb drive is the latest portable data storage device known as thumb drive. Actually, the thumb drive is a rewritable storage here. They can hold the data, and the files and the any USB port into the computer, you can use your thumb drive. Actually, it looks very small, resemble size of human thumb. That's it because most popular. You can save the data, text, music, audio, video. Actually, it is a memory capacity start from 1 GB to 128 GB. There are several companies, they are providing manufacturing the thumb drive. For example, most popular SanDisk Transcend company, and as well as HP and Samsung. So there are several companies that manufacturing thumb drive. One more things, you can carry everywhere. It will not accuse more spaces. It will not accuse more spaces. The later edition comes from pen drive, come from the OTG supported pen drive. OTG supported pen drive, thumb drive. See that the pen drive, thumb drive both are same only. OTG enabled pen drive means what? You can plug you can use your pen drive and plug into your mobile also. That is the advance of this OTG enabled pen drive. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubt about recording of the topic, you can post the comment here. Thank you.